1460 WVOX presents Westchester Means Business with Marcia Gordon. Marcia Gordon is the president and CEO of the Business Council of Westchester. Now, here's Marcia Gordon.
Good afternoon. It's great to be here on this sunny Monday afternoon before Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day, everybody. We have so much to be thankful for this year. I hope you're all going to be celebrating Thursday with friends and family and enjoying yourself, and good weather ahead. I'm driving to Albany, so I'm happy about that. And of course, one of the things that I'm thankful for is an opportunity to talk with wonderful business people every Monday here on Westchester Means Business on WVOX. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing somebody in an industry that I don't think we've had a guest before in this industry, but a very, very important industry. And my guest is James McHale from McHale Pest Management. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you here. Just to give you a little bit of Jim's background, Jim is a Cornell University graduate in the field of entomology. Did I say that correctly?
Absolutely.
And a former member of the Cornell wrestling team. He's currently the CEO of McHale Pest Management, and this is a Westchester-based full-service pest solution company. I like that, pest solution, servicing the New York tri-state area. Throughout his 25-year tenure as CEO, James has earned several industry awards, including the notable Pest Control Technology Industry Magazine Award for Top 40 CEOs Under 40 a few years ago, though I would not guess that. He's past president of the New York State Pest Management Association, and he also has served on the national level on numerous capacities. What's amazing is, Jim, you have a very substantive company, and under his leadership, the company has grown in exponential multiples and is currently perched at number 40 in the top 50 pest management firms based on top-line sales across our whole country. James currently presides on the board of directors for his professional association, which is the governing body for the industry, and he is a Westchester resident and very involved in the community. He's married to Jennifer Daly, a Westchester judge, and together they have 3 children. James, a sophomore at College of Holy Cross, member of the football team. Liam, a sophomore at Fordham Prep in the Bronx, and Aiden, an 8th grade student at St. Augustine School in Ossining, and they live in Buchanan. Welcome to you, Jim. Glad to have you here.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. We're happy to be here.
Great. So let's talk about your business here on WVOX today. And by the way, we are live. So if you have questions for Jim McHale of McHale Pest Management, you can call us at WVOX at 636-0110. So how did you become involved in this business?
So it's a great story. My dad, actually, he came over here from Ireland back early in the 50s. He became a guard at Sing Sing Correctional Facility. He started up, like a lot of these guards do, part-time, a little beer tap cleaning business where he went around to local pubs and restaurants and cleaned out the draft beer taps. A lot of people like to say he cleaned them out at both ends, but he had that business established, and he was chugging along. He came
Not
across
chugging literally.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
He met another guard named Pat McCauley, who actually started up a company called Ossining Exterminating Service, and coincidentally, they used to meet each other at the same clients. A lot of their overlap was at local restaurants, bars, what have you. So at some point, Mr. McCauley asked my father to, while he was there cleaning the beer taps, to also work for him doing the pest control, which my father gladly did. At some point along the way, Mr. McCauley's daughter got married. He gave the business to his son-in-law, who hated it, absolutely hated the business. He came back to my dad, asked him if he would take over the route. At the time, the regulatory Department of Environmental Protection and Environmental Conservation was coming to fruition. He knew that this was going to be a real business someday with regulations. So he ended up getting rid of the beer tap cleaning business and kept the pest control business. And he established himself as a corporation in 1971.
So you're a second-generation family business.
Yeah, my dad continued along as a guard at Sing Sing. He worked there for 30 years. He retired in 84. I got out of Cornell University in 1988. I took the company over. It was a very small part-time business. And then I, in fact, purchased it along with my two brothers in 1992. And we've owned the company outright since 2002.
Very interesting. So I have to ask you, what is an entomologist?
So obviously, ology is the Latin study of, and ento is insect. So entomologist is the study of insects, all six-legged creatures, no eight-legged creatures, no ticks or spiders or rodents. However, we do have the core competency within our organization. But anything with six legs, I have that degree.
Very interesting. I bet you most people listening don't know there's a degree in entomology.
Yeah, there's a lot of schools that get involved. Obviously, Cornell University is a great institution.
Absolutely.
University of Maryland, Purdue, Penn State, Rutgers. They have some pretty substantial programs. A lot of these schools.
That's great. So let's talk about the journey that takes you from really a small mom and pop exterminating company to a national player serving commercial accounts all across the nation.
Yeah, thanks. It's been a great run. When I took over, we were maybe $1 million. That was stretching it in sales. That $0 to $5 million mark was so fun. If looking back, if I knew then what I know now, I don't know if I could have done it, but it was sometimes ignorance is bliss.
It's so much fun to be growing a company.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
The $0 to $5 million was just a good run. Whatever their problems were, I could always outsell them. There could have been money leaking out the sides. It was not an issue. But from $0 to $5 million was great. Just 6 days a week, working nights, days, whatever it took. Sales. Then I'd go do the service, and it's all about customer relationships and building relationships with your most valued clients. And then, at $5 million, we had to bring in some financial talent, some people to help me run the business from a financial perspective. And then it's become more structured as you go along, but fun all the way through.
It all depends on the team that you build around you. And I think the success of a really good CEO is realizing what skills are needed around your table, around your corporate table.
Absolutely. Engaged team members and staff members are your best asset, especially in this business. There's nobody better to tell your story, to be better ambassadors to your company, and to help you as a leader and a CEO win the overall war for talent out there. You need the help of your team members and your staff members, and that is probably our biggest challenge every single day is to get and retain excellent talent, because your customer-facing staff is really what the client's overall perspective is of your company.
Very, very interesting. By the way, my guest is James McHale Jr. He is the CEO of JP McHale Pest Management, and I do want to give your phone number and your website several times along the way. So what is it?
My website is www.nopests. That's NOPESTS.com.
That's easy to remember.
Yes, and the 1-800 number is 1-800-479-2284.
Great. Now, tell us about your product line at JP McHale Pest Management, and also, well, let's first do the product line.
Yeah. So one of the points of differentiation that JP McHale Pest Management offers is an extensive product line that sort of joins together several lines of the regulatory licenses, the outdoor licenses, the indoor licenses that come with the Department of Environmental Conservation, because what we do is we practice what's called integrated pest management. And a lot of times that includes environmentally sustainable product applications along with exclusionary tactics. Sometimes we use extreme heat or cold to control pest populations. Sometimes we use biological resources. So in order to do that effectively, you need to have an extensive product line that enables you to treat outside ornamental and turf, look into ponds and streams. We have the public health licenses, and then we also have the structural rodent and pest control licenses that enable us to give you, the client, this most full and complete solution.
And what are you finding these days is your most popular service programs?
Our most popular service program is our home pest prevention program, and that entails 3 strategically timed visits at different times of the season, usually spring, fall, and winter. Each visit, we target a different pest of the season. And we go out and we do preemptive applications, inspections. We make recommendations to the clients. And then certainly any visits that are required in between the 3 scheduled visits are complimentary. And most people do that. We also add on a termite protection service that we call our Guardian program, which encompasses the home pest prevention plus the termite prevention, which we use a baiting technology that's been wonderful for the environment and very effective in controlling termite populations in the area.
I really love that you bring up that it's wonderful for the environment also, because people really think, oh, there are chemicals or this, that. But, I know that you're a company that's very environmentally conscious as well. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
What are your, and so you're running a major company, and how many employees do you have?
We have 140 employees.
Wow, that's a good size. So what are the biggest challenges running the day-to-day operations of your company, JP McHale?
Yeah, as we briefly touched on before, it's an incredibly talent-driven industry, and we come up with these systems and processes. And whenever there is sort of a glitch or a problem, we always do a system and process review, and ultimately it usually comes down to an error on human error. So the single biggest challenge, I would say, is probably getting everyone to execute proficiently and consistently on a daily basis, especially during the sweet spot of the season when things, it's all hands on deck. Call volume on a Monday morning could be upwards of 1,200 phone calls.
Really?
How you answer that phone call, how you speak to the prospective client, and then the baton that you hand off to the technician, and they go out and deliver the service. This is a very simple business, not an easy business, but a very simple business where you generate the phone call, you speak to the client, you display empathy, the technician goes out, does the work, they sign up for a program, and then you send them a bill. On paper, that looks very easy,
but it's all about that customer service.
It's all about client service.
It's all about client service
and retaining clients and showing value.
I understand. JP McHale Pest Management is my guest. James McHale is my guest today. They are at www.nopests.com, and we're going to break and come back to you.
Back to Westchester Means Business with Marcia Gordon, the president and CEO of the Business Council of Westchester on 1460 WVOX. Once again, here's Marcia Gordon.
And back to my guest, Jim McHale, who is the CEO of JP McHale Pest Management, and learning about the services that this longtime family-owned business right here in Westchester provides. Very, very necessary services, and really done with the highest integrity and concern and appreciation for customers. So maybe that's a lead in here, but let me ask you, Jim, what separates JP McHale from other competing service providers in the marketplace?
Yeah, so that's a great question. From the customer's perspective, pest control is a commoditized industry in many instances. So you really need to focus on 2 areas, innovation and branding. So to separate yourselves from the other service providers, we embrace a lot of the technological advancements in the industry. One of our recent developments is a mobile application where clients can they can send us a photo of a pest condition for immediate identification. They can refer a friend. They can arrange an appointment. They can leave a note for an arriving technician if they have to leave a key or, they can.
And that can be downloaded free, right?
Free on any Android or Google, Apple, device. Our technicians all have handheld technology available so that we can immediately send emails to clients rating the technician and customer satisfaction surveys to gauge the client's temperature right after the service is executed.
And what about social media?
Social media, we're very active. Rob Rieger, our director of marketing, is involved on Facebook, Twitter. We're very active on all these platforms. Yelp, we encourage Yelp reviews, Google reviews. We're affiliated with Angie's List.
Right.
So we want to hear. We want to hear back. We want to fix it. We want to, things are going to happen, especially when you're a company like ours, where, if people go on 3 or 4 of our services, we're on their property 12 times. There's the likelihood that we may be late, or maybe somebody drags a hose through the pachysandra by accident, or forgets to wipe their feet, and we want to hear about that right away. And on our mobile app, you can report a problem immediately. The supervisor calls you back, and we rectify the situation. So branding on social media, along with embracing a lot of the technology that's available, enables us to sort of leapfrog the competition and make our clients' lives easier. It's easier to do business with JP McHale than it is other.
And by the way, I have your beautiful brochure in front. I see the branding. It's really, really well done, really classy, and terrific brand equity. So you're also a family business, and I love to talk to family business owners about running a family business and working with family members on a regular basis. What advice do you have for folks?
Yeah, I'm in a unique situation where I'm fortunate enough to have 2 brothers who work with me every day. Richard runs our special services division, which encompasses bed bugs and bird work. Douglas is involved with the plant healthcare and the lawn fertilization, the organic lawn fertilization divisions. I also have staff members that have been with me this entire time,
so they're
25
like family.
years. So they're like family too. And what I can tell you is transparency is essential. There can't be anybody that believes maybe there's something going on that's not. Keep everything fact-based. Don't get personal with constructive criticism when you have to deliver it. And basically just be fair and always keep the company in mind. And when someone maybe perceives the fact that they're being called out on something, you have to remind them that hey, it's about the customer here and the business. And we've actually in meetings have tied a little balloon to a chair and said, we have to treat the employee, the company as a person here.
Great. Now, by the way, James P. McHale from JP McHale Pest Management is my guest. www.nopest.com, 1-800-479-2284. In our last few minutes, I want to touch on a couple of things rather quickly. One, I understand you're growing, building a new building in Westchester. I love that. Tell us about that and where it's going to be.
Yes, so we're very excited. We're in collaboration with the city of Peekskill as we speak. We're going through the planning board process. We have an agreement in principle to purchase a property on Washington Street in Peekskill. We're going to move 2 of our divisions up there, actually our special services division and our plant healthcare and lawn fertilization division, and some of our sales team. So we're going through, like I said, the planning process, and once that gets done, we're going to bring 50 jobs to Peekskill.
Terrific.
And we're going to be eating in the area, drinking coffee, and supporting the local business.
It's a great city. Love it. I love it. And also, let's talk about your environmental sustainability, because we have our whole Green Business Challenge. So we love to hear about that, and we should talk about that afterwards.
Absolutely. So, everything we do, we have the environment in mind. Westchester County Business Green Association, we're in the process of getting certified in that.
Well, that's part of the Business Council.
Yep.
So that's
and we're on a national level. We are Green Pro certified. We're Quality Pro certified. We do work and lead buildings. The environmental sustainability, the whole model, we've always been in tune with it. But now that there's some protocols being established, we're happy to align ourselves with that. And everything we do, including our integrated pest management approach, centers on the concept of environmental sustainability.
Great. And also, you're a great corporate citizen. I know you're really involved in the communities that you serve. Can you just talk about that now?
Yeah, we have some relationships with the food pantry, St. Mary's Food Pantry in Mohegan Lake. We've committed to $25,000 over 5 years to them. We're involved in virtually every high school, little league in the service footprint where we're strong. We Earth Day, we put on an event on Earth Day, and also last year the village of Chappaqua donated some books. The library took in some books that a bed bug was found. We actually went down there with our thermal unit and our canine assisted bed bug detection teams, free of charge. People came. We had the dogs check out the books, and if any of the dogs alerted, we heated the books up free of charge as a community service to the residents of Chappaqua.
That's
so
fantastic.
we're very involved that way.
And finally, the future for JP McHale Pest Management Company. What does it look like if I was looking from outer space? What's going on?
So down the road, again, the technological aspects, we're going to embrace the technology. There's technology out there now that where there's from satellites, you can detect termite activity in stations. We plan on growing, replicating our model in the Fairfield, Connecticut area. We're growing there exponentially. We do a lot of work in the Bronx, Manhattan. So Westchester's been our hub. It's been our place. We're doing a lot of work there, but we definitely want to expand into the neighboring communities where we feel like we can replicate our area.
Well, for the work that you do, which is so important to all of us, and for the really great employer and great company that you are in our community, we thank you. We thank JP McHale. And we do encourage, if anyone needs their services, it's www.nopest.com. We wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and a great week for business.
Marsha Gordon on 1460 WVOX. Marsha Gordon is the president and CEO of the Business Council of Westchester. Tune in again next Monday afternoon at 2 for Westchester Means Business.